Welcome back to Forbidden Tea. Here is your weekly sip of stories, laughs, and whatever we're oversharing today. And today we have our first guest. Yay! It is Calli's sister-in-law, Risa.
Welcome to the pod. So fun. We're excited you're here.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So we of course have to start off. Risa, what is your vibe this week? Ever?
Ever. I would say this week, probably just tired. Like, I feel like the weather recently is giving me, like, severe whiplash, and I just want to lay down.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go outside. I don't want to do anything. I just want to lay down. So I would say tired.
That's
For
fair.
sure.
I feel that. We've been feeling that today.
Oh my gosh.
We went to Starbucks and I tried to order a grande. They gave me a venti.
Oh.
So I've had a lot of shots today.
Do you have any songs or anything to go with your tired vibes, or any music tastes, genres?
Well, Noah Khan's new album is out, so I've been listening to that, specifically Dashboard.
That one's
one
good.
plays on my head in repeat. So
That one's good.
That would be my song choice this week, and then apparently BTS, so that I can prepare for their concert.
Yeah.
That's gonna be so fun. For a little bit of background, they're gonna go on a little stateside road trip thing.
Yes.
I don't know. You're fine.
We're going, I don't know, we're just going
to
your
Vermont.
vibes.
And they're gonna go to BTS, which is
Yes.
so fun.
I know. Joanne is very excited. Joanne, my mom, is very excited. I don't really listen to BTS, but I am here for whatever
Here
is
for
to
the
come.
vibe.
That's so fun.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to go out of state for a concert. That's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
come on. We're going, all of us.
BTS.
Road trip.
I think I know one song.
I don't
You
know
better
any
than me.
songs.
I think I know the name of butter, and that's the extent of my knowledge.
Smooth as butter. All right. Well, Calli, what's your vibe this week?
I don't know. I never know my vibe. I feel like I've been listening to a lot of Taylor Swift for some reason.
Okay, what era of Taylor Swift?
I don't know. I've just had it on shuffle.
Anything and everything?
Yeah, anything, everything.
All
My
right.
vibe, I feel like I've also been getting whiplash from the weather because it snowed at my work the other day, and then I drove home and it was sunny. And I was like, huh?
I don't know what to do.
I know.
Yeah.
And I was just starting to get my summer clothes like all ready to go and like shopping and everything.
Now what?
I'm in long sleeves again.
Yeah.
Frick.
What's your vibe?
I don't know. So today, yeah, like we've been talking about, we're really tired today. I freaking forgot a bra. So I am
Happens.
just freelancing today. The girls are out. And this is a very wide sweater, and I have definitely almost flashed a few people, but that's okay. With that, my music vibe has probably also been like, I've been listening to a lot of Hosier and like Noah Khan and Lumineers, so just very, it's like giving me fall vibes.
Yeah, I was telling my mom the other day, I was like, I can't decide if it's April or if it's October. It feels the same right now. I don't know.
I was saying today to Brian that a couple years ago, some of my coworkers and I did a summerween thing where we like hung out at the pool, but then we went back and had like Halloween-y type foods, and then we watched Halloween movies, and it was midsummer. It was like July, and it was
I feel
so
like this
fun.
would be a good
So
year to do
fun.
that. 'cause
Yeah.
It's basically October outside. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, Summerween in April,
April.
May.
Like, what month was it? I don't even know what day
Where are we?
It's not April.
Uh,
April's not over yet.
Yeah.
2 more days.
I don't know why. I feel like it's been lasting freaking forever.
Yeah. I feel like March went so fast. and then
Seriously.
I'm like, May, are you coming?
It's about damn time. All right. Should we get into it?
Yeah, we have some questions for you.
Okay. First off, Risa, you gotta tell us all about your hubby. How'd you guys meet?
Yeah, we want to hear the
What's the
stories.
juice with that? She starts laughing.
Okay. So,
I love this story.
for context, me and my husband have been together since 2014. So, forever. We've only been married for a year, but since my sophomore year of high school, we've been together. I basically So I was friends with one of his friend's girlfriends, and one day this kid just comes walking out of the boys' bathroom at the high school because he had just pierced his own lip, and I was like, you know what? That kid, I think I like that kid. And I basically kidnapped him and made him hang out with me, and here we are. So, yeah, sometimes kidnapping works, Here we are.
Okay, wait, pierced his lip, like, tried to put this, like, a little, like,
He had an
stud-
earring. Yeah, he
Like,
stuck a safety pin through his lip and put an earring in it.
just like the side?
Yeah,
Oh,
it was very cute on him.
Yeah.
I was trying to get him to re-pierce it the other day, but
really?
It's like, no.
How long did that last?
not very long, because the needle he pierced it with was not as big as like the earring.
Yeah.
So like it was a very uncomfortable, which
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel
I
like
don't
that's
condone piercing your own
That's like
any
a lot of
bathroom.
flesh to like
Yeah.
get through.
I know.
Well, and, like, you have to make it so straight, too, because I feel like you'd, like, shift around a lot, too. I don't know. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, well.
So he's a very shy person. He doesn't like to talk to people. Yeah. So
Okay.
our first date, we were at our friend's house and we were watching a movie, and I saw where he was sitting on the couch, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna sit right there, because he stood up to go grab something, and I was like, I'm gonna sit right next to him, and dude comes back and sits at the complete opposite end of the couch for me. I was like, love me, what are you doing?
That's your first date? That's when
I
you
was
want
like,
to sit by you.
hello? And he's like, I got nervous. I'm like, okay, but you don't sit all the way over there. I'm like, where are you going? So,
Aw.
yeah, that's the level of awkward he's at. But
He's so nice, though. The one time I've met him, he was really nice.
very nice, very stubborn, very,
Yeah.
very silently stubborn. I'm like,
Yeah.
sir. But yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so since you guys met in high school, like, overall, the gist of high school, how was it for you? Was it like, yeah, just give us.
Yeah, what
give
were
us-
your high school vibes?
Yeah, I want to know what Rissa was like in high school.
Lame. Risa was lame in high school. No, I would say freshman, sophomore year, I was definitely more like into sports and stuff. So I was like a part of the sports teams, but I wasn't like friends with any of them. So I was just kind of like,
Wait, didn't you swim in high school?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I did swimming, I did track, I did soccer.
Dang.
Probably something else in there somewhere. But yes, very athletic. And then I got injured sophomore year. So then I stopped doing sports. And then I did more the art route. So I didn't talk to most people in high school. I was kind of up in the art hallway avoiding everybody. So
Oh, nice.
yeah. And then my husband was part of like the skate or kid group. So then I merged
The
into
skater
that.
gang.
The skater gang, which is funny because I feel like I fit more that personality type than him now. So
What personality type would you say he is now then, if he's not a skater boy?
is full hunter, like outdoorsman through and through. He did like a
Alright.
full like 180 flip into that. So he is always outside. He is always gathering something or hunting something. And I'm like, you have fun, sir. I will not be out there, but
Hunter-gatherer caveman.
basically, I'm pretty sure if I allowed it, he would just live outside. So,
I mean, you guys do live in the middle of nowhere.
literally in the middle of nowhere.
Okay, wait. Speaking of which, you need to share the most recent story that happened at your house. This is so funny.
About Walt.
Yep, if you want to.
So, I live with a whole group of people, and there are some people who live in trailers out in my yard. And one of them the other day, so it's 5 a.m. and my husband comes running into our room, and he's like, out in the trailer, he shot himself. And I'm like, on purpose? Like, what are we talking about? And then my husband leaves, and I'm like, and then he comes back and he's like, he's gonna be okay. And I'm like, I still am trying to figure out if he did it on purpose, where he shot himself. What are we talking about here? And now he was trying to harness his concealed carry and completely shot his whole right testicle off the body at 5 in the morning.
At 5 in the morning?
That's a hard way to wake up.
You know? It was so sad. And then my husband's mom comes out and she's like, look at the pants, because he had like taken off the pants to assess the damage, and the whole crotch, just giant hole blown all the way out. I was like, well, he's definitely awake now. I'm glad he is okay. He recovered very well, but yeah. But the sad thing is it's like these kinds of things happen at my house so often that like when it was told to me, I was like, okay. And then I just continued it on with my day. I'm like, it's not even the weirdest thing that's happened. So, you know.
What is the weirdest thing that's happened, would you say? It's not a man shooting his right testicle.
Yeah.
Definitely up there. I don't know. I've had one of Colton's family members was having a hard time with like drugs and whatnot, but she came up to me one time and handed me a note, and she's like, I wrote this in code so that the government can't read it. And I was like, I don't know the code, so I can't read it. And then she proceeded to tell me how the elk and the birds were the CIA and they were coming for her. And I was like, babes, we live in Wallsburg. The mailman can't find us. I highly doubt that anyone is coming to get us. I think we're okay. So I would say that's probably like up there in strange occurrences in my house.
I love it. I love your stories about your house.
Like,
It's so fun.
No, it's like I love them all. It's just like every time I go home, I'm like, could you guys just like not for 5 seconds? Can we just have a quiet day?
Yeah.
No, we can't. They know no peace. I know no peace because of them. So, but yeah.
You live with a lot of people, and you're used to only having like one sibling and your parents in the house.
Yeah, I've got one sibling who rarely speaks to me, and then I move into a house that's just chaos all the time. I'm like, okay, here we go. So,
dive into the day. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
So, you were sportsy, you were athletic. Before you met your husband, what did you do? Any like dating or relationships before him?
Yeah, I had a couple of like, I would say I had like 1 or 2 boyfriends like before him, but it wasn't anything like
serious,
crazy. Yeah, because again, I met him as a sophomore in high school,
right.
And then he's a year older than me, and then he dropped out of high school, so I literally was only like in high school with him for like half a second, and then he was gone. So yeah, but
dang.
Yeah.
Okay, do you like what was your worst date then? Would you say?
Yeah, any like
I mean, I guess unless it's your husband not sitting by you on the couch.
How rude. That's okay. I caught that one anyway. He stuck with me. So, worst date. One time, I got asked out to prom by this kid. I was friends kind of with them and whatnot, and when we got there, not even 2 seconds in, fully abandoned me for a whole other person, and I was like, it's fine, I'll just stand here by myself. Like, so I'd say probably that would be like worst date in a sense.
Dang.
But
it's always prom.
it's always
seriously.
Whatever.
prom.
Okay, well, going into a different direction. Yeah. So you're an esthetician.
I am an esthetician.
Tell us more about that. How was esthetician school? What did you like? What did you hate? Tell us about that.
So I went to Aveda, which I think school was probably like one of the most fun times for me. It's fun just to like get to be in school for like something that you actually enjoy doing. As an esthetician, though, I'd probably say my least favorite thing ever to do is waxing.
I knew you were going to say that. I literally wrote that down.
I have such a hard time with waxing because it's not that I think people are gross. I'm just grossed out personally by the hair and everything. And also just like the fact that I've had so many and given so many Brazilian waxes. And I'm like, I just don't need to see that part.
So you would practice that on each other?
Yes.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. My first one that I got, I was in this like little room, and so my teacher's in there to supervise what's going on, and then the girl doing it, though, because with waxing you have to really like pull a certain direction. You don't want to lift up, because if you lift up it's going to pull the skin instead of the hair. And so because we were learning, she like did one of the lips down there, and I was like, I'm just gonna like,
oh no.
I was wearing a turtleneck that day, and I think I was like inside the turtleneck, and then, so I'm like, just keep going. And so the girl who's doing it is now crying because I'm crying, and I'm like, just keep going. I'm like, just get her done. I'm like, I can't be uneven down there, okay? Like, I need you to fix the shit. So
That's traumatizing. I'm sorry.
Brazilians are a very traumatizing experience. Also, when I learned laser, for like laser hair removal, we were in an off-site location, and they would split us into groups, and so there were 5 people in there, and so I'm wearing these little goggles, right, so that like the laser doesn't affect me, and all of a sudden the person teaching it just like straight up takes my towel, and I'm like, well, I can't see it, and I am fully naked in a room of all these people. I was like, well, okay.
There you go.
You learn how to become very comfortable in any uncomfortable position, like going to aesthetic school, because you don't really have a choice. So,
Dang.
yeah. But I would much rather do laser over waxing. But
what was like your favorite thing that you learned or did? Because I got some facials from you, and that was nice. I loved that.
I love giving facials. I like doing I love doing brows and lashes. Waxing is okay for me if it's just eyebrows, because that like it's whatever, like the little upper mustache area. But false lashes, that's really fun. It's very tedious, but a very fun thing to do. I also really like doing microneedling. That's fun. So, and dermaplaning.
I bet.
So
It's probably so satisfying.
it is. Dermaplaning is so satisfying.
Oh, I
It's like,
bet.
just scrape those little hairs together.
That makes sense. That's so fun.
Yes. Traumatizing, but fun. We love it.
Yeah.
Aveda's also an all-natural brand, which I appreciate, but also like I have allergies to a lot of essential oils, so me trying not to touch any of the ingredients that I'm using on people's face, I'm like, okay, like, you're doing great.
Okay, wait. I was wondering this. Breen and I got facials a little bit ago, and I was wondering, like, with all the products that you get on your hands, like, do you have to wash those off, or does it do anything to your hands? Is it okay for your hands? Like,
I mean, for like things like chemical peels or anything that disturbs the top layer of the skin, you're gonna wear gloves so it's not like a sanitary issue. I wear gloves no matter what, because I don't need the oils on my hands for me to be rubbing it on your face. But I would assume that because it's just cleansers and lotions and serums and stuff, so it wouldn't do anything to you.
gotcha.
But also I like my nails, so I do not like having buildup under there, so I wear gloves.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
But
yeah, is that really hard with how long your nails are? Like, they look so good, but they are long.
Yes, they are. Normally, if I was doing active aesthetic stuff, I probably would not let them be this long, but yeah, but I always wear gloves. Again, I just don't like rubbing my hand oils all over people's face, especially people who are acne prone. I feel like that's just really counterproductive. So
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah.
Can we also talk about how hard it is to get a job as an esthetician in
It's
Utah?
so hard in Utah because everyone is a photographer or an esthetician or a cosmetology person, and I'm like, okay, it's just so oversaturated here. So, but if you can get in, you're doing great. You just gotta weasel your way in there.
Okay, wait. So you're an esthetician now. But are you kind of just doing things like as needed, or do you go in somewhere to a salon, or like what's that like now?
So actively, I don't do anything unless it's for my mom
Okay.
right now. Just because I'm working as a fabricator, so like I'm the complete opposite end of the spectrum from
so
esthetician.
crazy.
And I'm out there with the boys building parts and stuff. So, which I mean is hilarious too, because officially all the boys on my team now have a skincare routine because I'm working there.
We
So
love that. Yeah.
they're winning. Their skincare is top tier.
Yeah.
But yes, my hopes are to get a like studio space so that I don't have to work in a salon, because I have a really hard time. I have really bad OCD, specifically contamination OCD. So like working in my own space where I get to control the clientele coming in is like the more preferable option for
That
me.
makes
So
sense.
because I did work at Montage for a while up in their spa, and it was great. It's just like the hours weren't working out for me.
Right.
So, and I'm trying to
fair.
buy a house, so I needed to move that along.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I need to get out of Walsburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna do. Okay,
That's pretty much it.
I think we should switch it to another direction. Heck yeah.
We're just asking you everything.
I'm so ready.
Okay, so one thing, of course, that is a big deal in every girl's life is her wedding. What was your wedding like? Do you have any horror stories from it? Was it like pretty good? Just give us the overall day.
I think it went really well. I had a very long time to plan a wedding, obviously. I was like 11 or 12 years in at that point. So I would say the hardest part of the wedding is the fact that my husband is a very antisocial person. So the thought of a wedding for him was like end of world. Like he's like, I don't want to be in front of people. I don't want to do things. So I'm like, how do I make this big enough the way I want it, but also small enough that he's like not uncomfortable in the situation, which I feel like it worked out well. But also like by the end of the night, everyone was so drunk. I don't even think that he cared what was going on. But we had it at the Wild Oak in Linden. Very cute little place. I wanted a winter wedding and it did not snow, so
Yeah, that was rude.
it was just really windy and really cold, and we're all outside with our like little tiny fur shawls. Like
I loved those shawls though.
I
It was such a vibe.
we did, what did we do? We did like a hunter green, emerald green color, red and brown for our colors, and like a burnt orange. And we color coded like grandparents, parents, and like bridesmaids and groomsmen by color so that people knew kind of who they were on the day of.
That's awesome.
The worst part was I had a caterer all set up, and then like a week before the wedding they just stopped talking to me, and I was like,
Yeah.
sweet. So but then Lux Catering came in for the win, and that food was so good. I'm pretty sure that those appetizers were gone in like
Yeah.
10 seconds.
Dang.
But it was good. We danced. I had the exact same DJ as Calli and Ian did.
Heck
I feel like
yeah.
he followed my playlist a little bit better than he did here.
Yeah, he did so good at your wedding, and then I gave him like he asked me to give him a whole playlist, and so I did, and then he didn't follow it like at all, and I was
Yeah.
like, hey, that's not cool.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, because at mine, it's the same thing. I gave him a playlist, and I don't think he strayed from it at one point in time. But
That's so funny.
no, it was good. I mean, we had some very ridiculous drama-filled things in the bridal like suite when we were trying to get ready.
Oh yeah.
My mother-in-law accidentally burnt the crap out of my sister-in-law with a curling iron. And when she goes like, so we're like situating that whole thing, and then all of a sudden like my grandma comes in and she's like, I just need to curl my hair, and my mother-in-law was like, I'll do it, and she was like, no thank you. Like, I think you've lost those privileges. I'm so sorry.
Oh my gosh.
But other than that, I think it went really well.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
I
fun.
mean, the bachelorette party was fine. I think that it could have been a little bit more of what I wanted, but you know, it was still okay. We were here.
Okay, what was it?
We went to an Airbnb in Park City, but I think in my head, I'm thinking like we're going to stay up by the ski resort so we can go walk Main Street. We can go to the bars. Like we can go do all those things. We can go karaoke. And instead, we were out in an Airbnb by Home Depot, and we did not leave the house for that entire time.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was fun. It was cute. It was fun to hang out with everybody.
Yeah,
So
that's fun.
yeah.
Okay, so I have to ask you, was planning a wedding in Utah, like, did that influence things at all? Was that weird? Was it like harder to find someone to like cater like alcohol or something like that? Or like, tell us a little bit about that.
So what was nice was our venue literally took care of everything. So they had like 3 different bar options. We ended up doing, it's called a limited bar, but it was basically like an open bar, but we had like signature drinks, but like they had all their own alcohol permits. Like they were just doing their thing. I didn't really run into anything super crazy with like the alcohol thing. Obviously people couldn't bring their own or anything like that, but I mean, it was already paid for, so there was no purpose in
I
doing
feel like
that.
that's standard anyways.
Yeah, but
fair.
yeah, no, I mean, everything went pretty well. I had a really long time to really think about what we were doing. So, because if it would have been up to my husband, we would have eloped and just been on our way.
Yeah.
So, but
Awesome.
yeah, and I mean, I guess not a lot of my family anymore is like a part of the church or anything, so it wasn't like weird or anything. Or if they are a part of it, like there's still around enough people who like do drink and everything. And I feel like besides my one friend, everybody kept it pretty calm. But my one friend's over there doing the freaking worm in the middle of the dance floor, just throwing water cups. I'm like, all right, you're done.
Like 3 or 4 times there was just water on the dance floor.
everywhere.
We were like, okay, you're done. You're done.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so speaking of growing up in Utah, being a non-member, tell us about that. How is that? Because we both grew up members here. Yes. So tell us your experience with that.
Growing up in Utah, not being a member is hard for its own set of circumstances. So I had a really hard time finding people who wanted to actually be my friend instead of making me like the little project kid where they're like, look, I brought them to church. Do I get points for this? And I'm like, okay. So it was very difficult finding friends or anything. Also, people's parents absolutely despised me because I did not go to the church. So my brother got away with it a little bit more, but I think it's because he's a boy. So
Yeah, he has said that like some of his friends' parents would like try and convert him. So
yeah, but yeah, it was constantly just between like my grandma constantly being like, we're going to church on Sundays. So I'm like, I'm not going to church on Sundays. I would literally sneak out when my grandpa would leave early after like that first little bit. But that I liked going, like I would go with some of my friends to like Young Women's and stuff like that. And that was fine.
Yeah.
I went to girls camp one time and was so traumatized that I was like, I will never go outside.
Wait, we need to hear about that.
Yeah.
So tell us about
what
girls
was
camp.
traumatizing about
so
girls
interested.
camp?
Yes, so I went to, is it just the Heber Valley Girls Camp that's like up in Lake Creek?
Like
Yeah.
the cabins, yeah.
Yep, so we went up there.
It's the worst place.
It was such an odd event from the beginning. So we get up there, everything's fine. And then they're like, okay, we're gonna go to this lake and we're gonna go canoeing. And they're like, do not touch the water. It has bacteria in it that will cause rashes and it's got leeches. And I was like, sick. Like, I will not touch the water. So I am now in this canoe with a whole other person that I don't know. And we are paddling. The canoe is like all over the place. And then all of a sudden over this loudspeaker, someone's like, hey, raise your oars above your head. We're going to sing a song. I'm like, I am actively trying not to go in the lake. You are insane for thinking I am going to do that. Like, absolutely not. Not happening. I refuse. And so, like, that was my first thing. And I was like, okay, we'll see how the rest of this goes. We're like day 1 into this. And I'm like, I don't know about this. And so that later that night, we're like sitting there and they're like, okay, it's time for, what is it, testimony meeting?
Oh.
And as someone who's never witnessed this before,
Oh, no.
I'm sitting in this lawn chair, and all of a sudden, all these people are like bearing their testimony. I have no idea what's going on. I'm like, I don't know what you people are talking about. I don't know what is going on. I'm here to support you. But now everybody is crying, and I'm just like, I literally called my mom the next day. I was like, you need to come pick me up.
Get me out of here.
I was like, I can't take it anymore. I don't want to do it. And then, yeah, there was also some, like, I don't know if they were, like, little chants or, like, whatever.
Oh,
like,
yeah, the songs.
I don't know what we're doing.
Okay, we were talking about this. Our favorite one, it was the Mormon boy one.
Yeah.
Yes, and you're like, with the, yeah,
Yep.
you're like clapping. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
God.
that would, and then I literally left halfway through. I was like, I gotta get out of here.
Did you get any Jedi braids in your hair? Was that a thing?
Not from girls' camp, but when I was a part of the girls' soccer team, that was what we did. Was the
Not
Jedi
girls'
braid.
camp, but the girls'
Hey.
soccer.
girls' soccer team. So, but yeah, that was my experience with girls' camp. My one and only experience with girls'
Okay, wait,
camp.
how old were you?
Oh, geez. I have no idea.
Because there's like 12 to 18. I'm like, I feel like on both sides it'd be very traumatizing,
Yeah.
but like for different reasons. As someone who has no idea what's going on.
I would say it would definitely have to be somewhere in like the 15 or so range,
Okay.
because the girl I went with, I was friends with her from swim team, and I did swim team my freshman year of high school, so
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming it was somewhere around then. But
Gotcha.
I think I just like fully blocked that out of my memory.
Oh, that's so
That's so
funny.
funny.
Yeah, but so yeah, growing up here is really weird if you're not a part of the
Yeah.
church.
Well,
Don't really like you very much.
Aw, that's
And
so
you're
Especially in
sad.
Heber.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
such a weird community up there that, and everyone thinks they're holier than thou, and it's just, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
Mm.
But
Did you ever like go to church? Because Ian kind of said that you guys would go like maybe for like Christmas sometimes, like a little bit.
we would only go if my grandma made us go.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, she would put us, like, she would literally sign us up to do, like, church programs, even though she lived in Salt
yeah.
Lake and we lived in Heber. So we would have to drive all the way there every single, well, we used to go visit my grandma every single Sunday, but that was, yeah, it was like, we can't be doing this. Like, and then she's like, I need you to be friends with all these kids in the church. I'm like, I literally don't live here. Like,
Yeah.
no. So, but love my grandma. But yeah, I feel like she wanted us to be a part of it so bad, but my parents were already over it at that point. So it was like,
Yeah, I was gonna say your parents were members. Did they like?
mhm.
I don't know, because I feel like it's like a big thing in the church to like teach your kids about the church, but by the time they had kids, they were already like kind of out of it, right?
I would say, so my parents got married in the temple,
Mm-hmm.
and then I would say probably immediately after they were done.
Oh.
So
Gotcha.
They saw that and went, nope.
So did they ever like talk about anything like when you were growing up, or like? I'm just trying to gauge like how much you guys knew, because I feel like when I met Ian, he knew like literally nothing.
I literally don't know anything.
Yeah.
It's some of my coworkers' favorite pastimes to just explain things to me, because they say things I'm like, wait, like, oh, no.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I couldn't tell you anything about it. I think my favorite thing to do is pester people though and ask them why they can't drink coffee or tea, because technically what they say makes 0% sense. I'm like, you do you, but I just think it's funny to watch you try to explain this.
Yeah.
But yeah, my parents, I mean, my dad harbors some pretty aggressive feelings towards the church. So like, I feel like they didn't talk about it much because he would get kind of spicy about it. So
Is that like both of your parents' experiences with it are not great, or is it more just your dad that's more?
I think they both had a really hard time with the church. My mom's dad was the bishop, and so I mean it was like a very big part of her growing up. But She likes to talk to people about it. She likes to talk about all religions. Like, she's like happy to talk about it. But my dad is very like harbors a lot of very aggressive feelings towards the church. So I don't really care either way. Like,
that makes sense.
You do you.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, do you have anything else you want to ask before we get into our speed round?
No, I'm ready for the speed round.
Okay, to explain the speed round really quick, Calli and I both wrote down 3 questions that are like super random, okay? And you're just gonna answer them, okay?
I'm here. Yes.
Mine are really weird.
I'm here for
Get
it.
excited. Okay, first one. If you could travel anywhere right now, where would you go?
Scotland.
Oh.
Wow, I was expecting you to say Greece.
I want to go to Greece so bad,
She's
but
going.
Scotland is all over my feed.
I'm going next week.
I know. I'm jealous. I hope you have so much fun.
Oh, I will let you know all about it. Okay, if you were to wake up tomorrow and just automatically be really good at something, what would it be?
Waking up in the morning.
I relate to that hard.
Fair. All right, what are your thoughts on barrel jeans?
10 out of 10. I am currently wearing them as we speak. I love barrel jeans.
Okay, all right, Callie's turn.
Okay, what is your absolute favorite food in the whole world?
Probably.
Or I guess, let me rephrase. If you were, like, what would be your, what's it called? Like, your last meal?
Like
Like, if you're on death row, what would be your last meal? How about that?
Honestly, probably girl dinner. So like a Caesar salad of some type and some type of potato.
Fries.
Yep. Fries, mashed potatoes, something. Maybe some Cheez-Its. I don't know.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Okay. If you could have any superpower right now, what superpower would you have?
Waking up in the morning.
Getting up on time. Motivation. I don't know. I mean, flying would be pretty cool.
Okay.
Make traveling a lot.
Like, you want wings, or you just want to be able to, like, float?
To fly. Wings
Okay.
seem like
Oh my
a really
gosh.
hard thing to take care of. So
Imagine how much you would save on gas
I know.
and car maintenance.
I know.
True.
Gas prices hurt my feelings right now.
Yeah, dude. I just spent, like, $60 to fill up my car.
Right?
Garbage.
When I first got my car, $20. Now I'm like, I
Yeah.
just watch it climb and I'm like,
Just crying.
Just crying at Maverick.
I'm like, I drive a Toyota for a reason. Stop it.
Okay. And then my last one also has to do with food, because apparently I'm just a big back and I like food. What is a food that you hate?
Fish.
Like
Like
any
what kind of
fish?
Any fish.
Any
Even like
seafood?
shrimp?
Let me explain, because Joanne thinks it's the funniest thing ever. The way fish tastes to me is how an aquarium smells.
Okay.
It's like I licked the aquarium. That's the best way I can describe how all fish taste to me. Specifically salmon. That one is the worst of all.
I love salmon.
I
That's
can
like the
sometimes-
least fishiest one.
Yeah.
I know.
That's so
It's bad
interesting.
every time. I'm like,
Huh.
I try. I can eat crab, but that's not fish.
Huh.
Okay, I like crab. I do feel
That's
weird
a lot
about
of work,
shrimp.
though.
Shrimp
I don't
weirds
like
me
shrimp.
out.
Shrimp. It took me a long time. I can eat shrimp now. I don't love it, but I can eat it. It's, like, as long as it's cooked. I still have a hard time with
Yeah.
like the shrimp and the cocktail sauce.
When they've got the legs still attached.
Yeah.
I just think of Shark Tale.
Yeah.
You're a good person. True story.
Oh my god.
So I feel like I can't eat shrimp after that.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, crab. I will eat crab, but
But it's
only
like the whole
sometimes,
like
because that's a lot of work.
Do you like sushi?
No,
Oh.
I don't like seaweed. Also, I have a really hard time with rice. It's part of my OCD thing.
rice.
Yeah.
Any
My OCD
rice.
does not like rice.
Interesting.
Huh.
Yeah.
I've never heard that before. That's interesting.
My OCD makes 0% sense. I was trying to explain it to someone today, and they were like, "What?" I'm like, "It doesn't. It's okay. It doesn't need to make sense."
Like
to
you're
you."
talking about it as if it's like a person.
Basically,
My OCD.
yeah, it's basically like I'm not a Gemini, but if I was, like, the OCD would be the other half of my personality. So
Have you heard of people giving their OCD or anxiety a name?
yes, I haven't
You done
named it
that?
yet because I
Okay.
feel like that'll give it power.
That's valid.
That's true.
She needs to sit in the background,
Oh, so it's a she.
probably. good at manipulation of like the mental type. So
What a bitch.
I know, out of control.
Hate
Maybe
her.
Karen. We can name her Karen.
Karen.
Asshole.
Okay. Well, there's one last thing we need to do, which is
We all need
clink.
clink. How are we gonna do this? Clink. Well, thank you guys so much for joining today. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So much
Thank
fun.
you, Risa, for coming on the pod.
Yes. Thank you,
for inviting
Risa.
me.
You're a gem, and then some. So, anyways, remember to follow, like, subscribe, all the things, and we will see you all next week. Bye.